All right. What's going on, everyone? Aaron here, Clean Cuts Lawn Care. It is Monday morning. I am not going to be mowing today. We are going to get some rain. It's not going to last, and it's only supposed to be a light rain. But I have some repairs to get done, and I might make a separate video concerning those repairs. But I was watching a video. I was taking part in a comment thread on a video, and that's where I would meet a kid. He asked me a question, and I directed him to my channel, and I said I will answer that question on my channel this week, because it's actually something I'm dealing with right now. So his name is Michael from Young Stars Lawn Care. He's actually graduating high school now, like maybe even last week or I don't know, probably last week or the week before. He just said he is graduating high school this year, so maybe he already did. And he started mowing lawns in April on the weekends. He has a very basic setup. He has a small pickup truck, a small 21-inch mower, the trimmer, the blower, the very basics. So his question to me was, if you could go back to year one, would you make any changes, and if so, what would they be? The answer is absolutely. Yes, I would. And I'll tell you right now what the changes are. Give me 1 second. Alright, so as I was saying, yes, I would change some things. Now, this is just my perspective. Just mine and mine alone. I'm not saying this is what you should personally do. This is what I would do if I had or could go back to starting my business. I started pretty much just like everyone else does when you start small. Okay, I didn't register my business immediately. I did not have a vendor's license in order to collect sales tax immediately. I did not have a business account immediately. I did not have a credit card processor immediately. All that. I was, just like everyone else. All right. And it's nice at first. You're like, oh, I got this, But as you grow, you're going to run into big problems like that. Problems that eventually are going to drive you crazy, because people are going to take advantage of you when it's time to pay you. You're going to hear every excuse under the sun. Okay? Even when you start collecting, say you say, okay, I'll start collecting checks, it's the same thing. Because they have to be there to write the check, right? So if I had to go back to the beginning, I would immediately register my business. I have an LLC. I'm not big enough to need anything further than that right now. I would do that immediately. I would, and really, you can just go online to your Secretary of State and file your own LLC for way cheaper than one of those companies or whatever it is that do it. I did my own. So then I would go, I think it's with the same people, and I would file for my vendor's license to collect sales tax. Then you, like every month, you collect them, and you go on the dashboard under your account, and you just, you go in the county, you put how much you collected, and you pay it. I pay it with a credit card, my business credit card, or bank card, whatever you call the damn thing, I don't know. And the next thing I would do is immediately, the only way to get on my schedule is to put a credit card on file. Now, right now, that is our policy. You cannot get on our schedule without having credit card on file. First, you're not going to be charged anything until we do 4 mows, but I want the credit card immediately. So when you accept that estimate and say, yes, please start service, sure, hold on. I go right to my Stripe account, add customer, I add them and their billing information immediately. Now, is that going to protect you from getting ripped off when you go to charge them that first bill? No, but at least you have their information on file. Because they could give you a fake credit card or a bad number or whatever. You don't know. Now, some people can do a test charge. I don't do that, but you could. Yeah, because we do have a lot of credit card on file, but because in the beginning I didn't, I still have people writing checks, handwriting checks. Just got a message this morning. The customer assumed we were mowing today, which I'm not. Like I said, I'm doing repairs today. And said, oh, I'm heading to the hospital. I have heart surgery today. I should be out of the hospital by whenever. And I'll give you your check then. Well, why wouldn't you just write it right now and leave it there for me? I don't know. Maybe because you're lying to me and you either don't have the money or, whatever. I don't know. And it's not just her. Okay, this is a common problem when you are collecting that way. I did try to move everyone over to credit card on file, but I mentioned it in other videos, the amount of pushback I got. And at that time, I could not risk losing customers over this issue. But you will find that it becomes such a headache, such a problem, that eventually you're gonna be willing to lose customers. Right now, I'm actually enforcing that, and lately have been moving older customers who still write checks to credit card on file. If they don't like it, we tell them, okay, that's fine, but we have to go ahead and end our business dealings now, which hasn't been the case yet. Everyone has just said, oh, well, okay, fine. If it gets to that, that's just what it is. This is a huge hassle on your mind, because now you got to keep track. Okay, they owed today, they didn't pay today, but yet say you have a route with 12 on there, and 2 didn't pay but the other 10 did. Now you got to create the new paperwork for the 10 who did, and you got to create new paperwork for the 2 that didn't, but you got to keep their unpaid invoice with the new invoices. And then next week, again, you're knocking at their door. Who's to say they're not going to forget next week? Because it will happen. It's happened to me a million times waiting on these checks. We don't allow checks to be mailed because we had 3 checks our second year never show up. One was delivered across the street, and instead of the guy bringing it to me, he mailed it back. And 2 that just never showed up, and I know she mailed them. We would later drop that customer over that issue because she refused to go on credit card on file, but I do know she mailed the check. She had no reason to lie. This woman had money, but her whole life has been mailing checks. When I said we're not doing that no more, we're going to credit card on file, she wasn't having it, and that was the end of our dealings. So no checks being mailed to us. That's not happening. And if I was you, I would not allow that either. So yeah, you're young. It would be nice to have all that cash in your hand, but in the end, it's not going to be worth it. And how are you going to grow your business like that? You can't go to the bank and get a loan. You're collecting cash. You don't have any income to show them. They're not going to believe you that you're, unless you take that cash, deposit it into your bank account, and then pay the sales taxes on it and claim it all. But who's going to do that with cash? It's not going to happen, right? It's too tempting. Now, if this is just a summer gig, forget everything I'm saying. Turn the video off, okay? But from what you said, it's not. This is what you want to do. You've been waiting to do it, so, again, my perspective, no one else's. Maybe other people, but I'm just saying right now, this is just my perspective. Also, what I would do, our first year, we did do bi-weeklies. Nope, gone. I would have never done that, ever. And I was so dumb too. Say, just an example. Say I would have charged $40 weekly mow. I was charging $45 bi-weekly. Oh my God. The money I left on the table should have been $65. All day I should have charged $65 on a bi-weekly for 40 weekly. But no, I would not do bi-weekly if I could go back to that first year. And also that first year, we had a $30 minimum. Garbage. Do not be out here mowing someone's lawn for $30. It's a waste of your time. Do something else. I should have set a $40 minimum off the bat. Now we did raise it to $35 the following year, but I still have people at $35 when I should have already bumped them up to $40. The reason I didn't is because of something else I implemented this year, and it's in our service agreements. That's another thing. Have service agreements. I have a video way back that talks about service agreements. Go find it. And then every year you update that service agreement. You change it. Something I implemented this year, from the time we start mowing, we are going to charge every single week. Do not ask us to skip a week unless you are ready to pay for that week. Now, what about if the lawn doesn't need mowed that week? It's dry, whatever. Oh well. We're going to show up. We're going to do curb appeal service. I'm going to run the edges, do the detail trimming. Maybe we pull a few weeds, whatever. This is a business. It has to be profitable in order for us to come out to your house every week and provide you with quality service. We only, surprisingly enough, we only got pushback on that from 2 people, and then 1 more this past week who called me and asked me to skip her lawn, and I said, sure, we can skip it. Just remember, per the service agreement that you signed, you will be charged for it. And she has been a little bit of a problem customer. 1 week she's the nicest person in the world. The next week, she's mean and whatever. I don't know, a little bit out there if you ask me. She was mad about it, but I charged her for it. It's just what it is. It's business. This is not my hobby. I'm not out here just to enjoy it. I do enjoy it, but I'm out here to make money, to operate my business, to bring money home to my family, to pay Robbie a good wage, to be able to buy equipment, fix equipment, do truck repairs when needed. I mean, a few weeks ago, the truck went in for over $1,000 repair. The second truck number 52. How do you pay for that stuff if you're out here mowing for nothing and having people call you until you do not show up this week. How are you going to run your business like that? Service agreements. Every year, have every customer sign a service agreement. Update that service agreement every year. Put different things in there. You know, I have things in there like we service up to garden or mulch beds, not inside. Weed only areas are not part of the service. You know, like say you get an area where it's just weeds in there. No, it's not us. The sidewalk and driveway cracks are not part of your weekly service. A lot of times I do hit those though, like on my way out, I'll hurry up and just go and hit them. But I don't want people expecting it, because if I don't have time to do it, I'm not doing it. I put leaf pickup is not part of your mowing service. We charge independently, and we charge a lot for leaf cleanup because we do a full service. We clean up the entire property. We haul it all away. We take it to the dump, and we charge good money for that. I'm even raising that price this year. So these are all things that I would change in the event of going back to year one. My perspective on it, you learn through experience, but this is my perspective on it. Good luck. I wish you the best. I hope you have a prosperous and successful business. Oh, you mentioned your parents being mad that you didn't want to go to school right away. Oh, I would not completely cut off the potential of furthering your education. At least keep an open mind about it. Doesn't mean you can't have your business. You could do online school, night school, whatever. You know, they have all kinds of different things now. I wouldn't cut that off. You never know how much an education can help your business. If you focus on certain things like business and management and things like that. And also, if this doesn't work for you and your business happens to fail, if it does, don't you want something to fall back on? And I'm not a college guy, okay? I mean, I graduated high school with a very high GPA. Look, my senior year, I was leaving every day at like 11 o'clock. Okay, I could have handed credits out to people and still graduated. I didn't go to college. I knew I didn't want to go to college. But there are times where I feel like should have went to college. So just keep an open mind about that. But you know, your parents will see you're working hard. If this is what you want, you'll be building it, and they'll see. So, but yeah, please keep an open mind about that, because you never know if you're going to want to go back to school or not. All right, guys, if you liked the video, hit like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know everything I'm doing wrong, and keep the edges clean, boys. If anyone has any constructive criticism or advice for my guy, leave it on here. If it's not constructive, like the two people who told me I talk too much, don't say anything to him. Say it to me. All right.